Hi, my name is Elliot Adkins, and today I have to talk about one of my personal favorite songs. It's called Jekyll and Hyde by Five Finger Death Punch. And from the title alone, it's very grunge heavy, heavy metal song. Um, Not the sort of thing that you would typically see on an assignment like this. But I wanted to touch on a few lyrics in specific because they have resonated with me personally, and it's something that I think about whenever I hear the song. So I'm going to read the lyric off for you to interpret. And there are two curse words in the song, GD and MF. I'm not going to further on that, but I'm sure you can infer what those two abbreviations mean. So the lyric goes, "There's just so much GD weight on my shoulders. All I'm trying to do is live my MF life. Supposed to be happy, but I'm only getting colder. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside." So for me, when I hear that first line, it makes me think of the pressures that I'm under, and I'm not saying that pressure is exclusive to men or white men or any group. We all have pressure in our life. We all have stressors, and that's just part of being human. But some of the stressors in my life, as a new father, the biggest stressor for me is taking care of a baby. But also, I feel a lot of weight on the need to provide for my new family, and I feel a lot of weight in really everything that I do in between schoolwork to provide a better future, so I can get a better job and make more money. Work in general, so I can make money to provide for them now, and just taking care of them, and all of that is really important to me. Next, I'd like to talk about the dual nature of the song. It is titled Jekyll and Hyde, and kind of the facade that we put on in social settings and some of our interactions and how that can differ from the way that we interact with others. And I think that I'm not alone when I say that the way that I interact with strangers and people that I only interact with a few times are very different from the interactions that we have with our loved ones and the people we hold close. I think that we're more comfortable and we're more secure with the people that we know well. And I think that really shapes our interactions with them. But I will say that it also can sometimes be a bad thing because sometimes we end up treating strangers better than we treat our loved ones. And I know that I have certainly done that on occasion because you're more comfortable with them. It's easier to get away with it. That being said, I next want to touch on institutionalized gendered violence because I know I'm not alone as a man when I say that I am prone to anger first. When I get into an emotional situation, if I feel threatened or offended or whatever it may be, my typical first response is going to be anger. That is where I go first. So it's been really hard for me to kind of take a step back and look at the situation and say, is this the emotion that I'm feeling right now? Or is this just the immediate response that I'm feeling because this is what is expected of me. This is the response that the people around me and society expects me to have. Men are supposed to be prone to anger. Men are more aggressive. Men are more angry. These are all things that we've heard float around. And I don't think they apply to everyone, but I think that it is something that definitely has to be unlearned on occasion, and it's something that has to be worked on in order to improve and to become a better person. Uh, Lastly, I'd like to talk about how sometimes men as a whole can be placed into these much larger groups. And I know it's not all men, but I think it is really important to at least touch on this because I feel like it's usually the most obnoxious and the most awful men who are usually the loudest. And I think that they don't speak for everyone, but they certainly speak the loudest. Um, but I definitely think that some men can be more aggressive, and I think that without really working on yourself to get better and to actually think about what you're feeling instead of just going straight to anger, going straight to that first emotion is really important. And it's something that deserves the effort, but that is not effort that all men are willing to put in or are willing to put in general. Thank you for your time. My name is Elliot Atkins.